Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and let me start saying sorry for these 3 or 4 days without nothing, but I had some busy days, a busy weekend going on, and yeah, and also I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I made a lot of tests to bring you the best version of this Synchro Quantum ACCEL Synchro, and because there are so many ways you can play this, and this that you're gonna see right now is what I think is the best one. And to make it work, I had to make a switch in my mind, and it was about, you know, we started I started not wanting to include the CYBERSE integrator and the Quantum Dragon in the extra deck because I wanted to play only the ACCEL Synchro, but then I had to make a switch because the point was that with the ACCEL Synchro you will be left with not enough stuff to go lethal next turn, so that's where CYBERSE integrator plus Synchro Dragon, Quantum Dragon comes in handy, as they can easily achieve lethal even through one monster, and that's the switch that I made. So before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here, of course, with Playmaker, an AI, and the skill that you know very well is Synchron Quantum. Let's see that together real quick. You can use the following effects once per turn. These are not once per duel, so you can keep on doing this each time, kinda like the Tachyon skill, of course. You can only special summon Light, Dark, Earth, CYBERSE monster during the duel. Use this skill, but it kinda makes not that much sense, like, because you can special summon anything from the extra deck. That's why we can play the ACCEL Synchro stuff, but also from your hand, so you could potentially play whatever you want from your hand. It's not related to CYBERSE. You know, the restrictions are only for monsters from the graveyard and the deck. That's it. Once per turn, of course, you can use both in the same turn. Reveal one CYBERSE Synchron in your hand. Add one level 3 or level 4 light CYBERSE monsters with 800 defense or less to your hand, and send one card in your hand to the graveyard. So this is basically a 1-card combo with the CYBERSE gadget, and then we have the second part of the skill that you can do later, and it says set one CYBERSE Synchron onto your field from your hand. Then you can turn up to 2 CYBERSE monsters to your deck that are banished or are in your graveyard. So this is wonderful, not only for the additional special summons that of course gives you a free CYBERSE Synchron on the field, but also because it lets you recycle stuff from the banished section as well. So really nice, and you can recycle anything, any CYBERSE monster, so even stuff from the extra deck. Keep in mind that can be very useful. This is it, and so we have a couple of things that enable spies here, right? So the first thing I'm gonna say is Link's Lair is probably mandatory because of the current meta. We are so full of back rows. This is literally a hand of God, literally, that can help you go through all that sheesh, right? And then we have triple CYBERSE Synchron, of course, and triple tuning, so we're literally playing 6 of this. Why? Because without these, the deck cannot work. So we wanted these to be able to use the skill and do all our combos. But we just need one of this. Then we have the 2 nice monsters that enable this skill, actually helps the skill out as mandatory as CYBERSE Synchron, and we have CYBERSE Gadget. One is perfectly fine because, you know, you're gonna add it with the effect with the skill, so that's what you're gonna grab. And then we have Backup Secretary. That is the other monster you wanna have in hand if you wanna go into Trishula, the Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier, because this deck will achieve, of course, as you will see in the replays, ACCEL Synchro. So during your opponent's turn, with Shamis and Samsara Sorrow card, you're gonna summon Trishula during your opponent's turn, and that's lovely. So What else do we have here? We have a couple of things that makes this even more spicy. Don't care about the Typhoon. These are here just because sometimes Link's Lair seems not enough to take care of back row. So of course you can replace the Typhoon with the Book of Moon, with the limited 3 drop cards. You can do whatever you want. These Typhoon are just staples, so you can play in place of this whatever you feel might be better for you. I just wanted to get rid of back rows, to be honest, with the Typhoon, so that's why these are here. The spice comes from 2 cards. Microcoder first. Why? This guy is very nice. This guy can be... with this, we can literally say we're playing kinda like 9 CYBERSE Synchron. Maybe even 10, right? Because we can say 6 with the tuning, 7 with silent mining, and 10 with the microcoder. Why? Because you can use any of your special summons combined with the microcoder from your hand, and this is very important because then this means you do not waste your normal summon to do it. Well, you use microcoder for a Link summon, and you're gonna summon, of course, this boy, the Card Talker. And once you do that, the effect of microcoder will activate, and you're gonna be able to get either a silent mining or a silent cross swipe. Now, the mining could be very useful if you're missing one of the pieces of the combo. For example, you could go for backup secretary in order to have all the monsters you want. Or you can actually get a silent cross swipe in order to have a back row, basically a searchable back row. But this is actually a key card that's here for a reason. We actually need the tribute. Why? Because sometimes you might be left with CYBERSE Wicked on the field. Well, this monster cannot be destroyed by battle. So this can be actually a bad thing, because your opponent could just go through it with a monster that maybe attacks 2 times, and you could just lose because he has only 800 attack. So that's very bad actually. But with Silent Cross Swipe, eventually you can get rid of it, tribute, and pop a card your opponent controls. So that's very, very nice. Last spicy card is Scripton. So for all the people that do not have triple Link Slayer, well, you can play less Link Slayer and more Scripton. This dude is like, it's very nice. Like, it's a free special summon out of nowhere, and they perfectly synergizes with the skill, because to special summon this guy, you just need to banish a CYBERSE type monster from your graveyard, right? But the skill lets you recycle to the deck also CYBERSE monsters that are banished, so you're chilling with Scripton. That's it. I kinda love it, not gonna lie. Why we're gonna use this? Because it's a free special summon and it's a level 5, so this is another monster that, together with the normal combo, enables the Trishula during your opponent's turn. Then we have, just 1 and 1 here. Of course, guys, you know I do not love playing 1 copy of a card, but in this case, this is fine because we have microcoder, and so these 2 are both searchable wherever you want, whenever you need it. So very nice as well. For the action that we have, the mandatory card is of course CYBERSE Wicked, right? And then you have the Card Talker for the microcoder combo, the Nightmare Unicorn, because why not, of course, to get rid of a card just by shuffling into the deck. Then we have the classic combo that is CYBERSE Integrator plus CYBERSE Quantum Dragon, so pretty nice. With that, you just need basically nothing, because you don't need neither backup secretary nor the level 5, because with the classic combo you can just go into CYBERSE Integrator that special summons the CYBERSE Synchron back from the graveyard, use its effect, double this level to 6, and then you have CYBERSE Quantum Dragon. CYBERSE Quantum Dragon plus Wicked means partial lockdown. Your opponent cannot destroy both with card effects, cannot target these with card effects, but of course he can only attack the CYBERSE Quantum Dragon that, if it's attacked, can bounce. So that's very nice. But of course you're gonna always play against Tachyon that can just summon the Girsu and send that to the grave, and you're gonna cry. Just experienced that myself, my boys. So well, that's why sometimes these classic turn 1 is not enough, and that's why you want to set up a proper play with Trishula. So of course your final turn 1 with a board set with Trishula will see a level 5 on the field. the Samsara Sorokat, and the Backup Secretary. Now we have another thing to take into account, and is the last card of the extra deck. Apart from Trishula, we have Vulcan the Divine. Now, hear me well. Vulcan the Divine can be summoned if you have Backup Secretary, okay? So if you have Backup Secretary and the classic combo, but sometimes, I mean, I'm not sure if this is, I'm still not sure if this is the best card to play, because ideally you could play a Synchro level 8, because when you kinda break and you do not have Trishula ready, you're gonna have a level 5 on the field, plus you could have the Samsara Sorokat. But you know what the point is that if you have to go into a level 8 that does not have an effect on summon, you might just as well go into the classic combo with CYBERSE Quantum Dragon. So that's why you can replace this with the Berserker, the Drago Berserker, this one, my boys. Check. Berserker. With this one, of course. Instead of this, you can do it like this. And well, if you do not have a level 5, then you can do anything but go into the classic combo. But honestly, I like to go into this because even if I do not have the level 5, keep in mind that the level 5s are not searchable. Instead, the level 3 is searchable with Silent Mining. This means it's searchable by 4 cards. It's like 3 Microcoder, the Silent Mining itself, and the Backup Secretary itself. So, well, you could definitely do something. So this is how I like to play. This is the list you're gonna see in the replays. So, well, enjoy the replays. You're gonna see a lot of plays you can do with this Krypton as a special summon, as an additional special summon. I definitely love it. And well, the deck can play through a lot of disruptions. These 1 copies are very good. These, honestly, the spies, most of the spies, it's not only into the Trishula but into the Microcoder combo. I simply love to search a Silent Crosspipe to maybe get rid of knowing a card like a field spell or a back row. So yeah, stay tuned with the replays, guys. Sorry if these took too long, but I wanted to be 100% clear. Of course, if you have some questions, don't be afraid to drop them in the comment section down below, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys, interrupting the a 3-win streak. First replay, let's see what we have. Shiranui to begin with. So it's him to go first. Let's see what he's setting. We have very good hands because we have the level 5, we have the CYBERSE Synchro, we also have Microcoder. So, well, we're sitting in a good spot. So, guys, keep in mind this deck is a very big brain deck, because you can keep in mind you can summon, of course, Trishula even without the Samsara. So there are a lot of combos that you can explore. That's why I told you I took a lot of time in order to come up with this, because there's literally tons of play you can do. It just comes to, in the end, it all comes to understanding what's the best play you can have against certain type of decks. So we have a Shiranui with, it's got the thing there, the monster that he can summon. It's got triple back rows, and in the beginning I thought this dude misplayed, right? Because he had Shiranui, the skill Saga Supremacy. The slots he points to are filled with monsters, so he cannot use the effect. But of course, he has the continuous trap, so he can just free the slots and summon whatever he wants. So I started with Link's Lair, popping a couple of back rows. Look at my my bad luck. I just popped a couple of Gold Sarcophagus, 2 bluffs out of 3. I'm so bad at aiming at back rows. So then I went with tuning, and I used the effect of Microcoder to begin with, to summon Card Talker, and then here, of course, Microcoder is gonna get me a back row. He's got the Samsara, there you go. So now he can have, actually, he can summon the, what's the name of the level 10? The Sun Saga, right? And pop monsters and pop stuff. So we have to be careful here, so I went with the skill, grabbed the CYBERSE gadget, but at this point, guys, I'm chilling. You know why? He has nothing that he can activate except the effect of Supremacy to summon Sun Saga. But what happens when he activates it? When he activates it, I can just chain cross swipe and pop it. So the effect does not go through because he can't summon the Sun Saga as there's nothing to point to, and we're done. So now we're chilled and we can go into our classic combo. There you go. I went with the Wicked using the CYBERSE boy, the CYBERSE gadget to summon the token. We get another CYBERSE Synchron. Then we got the CYBERSE Integrator ready. At this point, he's cooked because he knew. He knew I had the Signet Crosswipe because I just had it to my hand with the microcoder. And at this point, there's nothing he could do. I was totally in control. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys. Here we go with Tachyon, of course. It was about time. There you go, Tachyon Dragon Domination. He's got to search stuff. We can speed things up. We know where this is going, right? That's no new thing here. Of course, pre-ban list. But he's playing more than 20 cards, so we might have some bad surprise, maybe, hopefully. Of course not, because he's got triple back rows plus the Cypher Blade Dragon. So one of these, of course, is gonna be the Tachyon, the counter trap. But guess what? This time I sniped it. And then we got Link Slayer to pop the other two, so we're just chilling. The other two were a Dark Hole and a rank up Magic Variance Force. And at this point, once we popped all of the back rows, we could just go into the classic combo. So as you can see here, this is why you need to play the CYBERSE Integrator plus CYBERSE Quantum Dragon, because it is what it allows us to have basically a one-turn kill, right? So to have lethal, literally. And yeah, we got of course the Integrator summoning the CYBERSE Synchron back, of course the boy, that when he attacks you can bounce them out. So we got also the draw, look at that, we got the Sinus Crosswipe, so in case he had anything. At this point we have more than lethal thanks to the attack of Quantum Dragon, that when bounces a monster then he can make another attack in a row. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, Kite Tangel. Let's see what we have here. It's him to go first, and he's playing Galaxy, actually, pretty nice Galaxy. So let's speed things up. This is gonna hand at least on 3 XCs, right? If he does not break. I don't think he bricked. I think he has everything. So he's got the double level 4s on the field with the Galaxy, with the Photon Vanisher. Also the level 5. Let's see where he's going. He's got the Blast Dragon first, then he's got the Vimana, as you can see. He's not done yet, so he's got the Blast Dragon that makes these two untargetable and indestructible by card effect, negation of a monster effect, and then he's got a negation plus unaffected. So that's a lot of stuff to go with, plus a back row. Dude, that's a lot. So we started with the Typhoon, luckily, to get rid of the back. There was a Crackdown, then Tuning to get what we need, right? At this point, we're going with the skill to send the CYBERSE Synchron. I started with Link Slayer, that is, it's just here for the special summon. CYBERSE Gadget to get the CYBERSE Synchron. Guess what? Felgrunt to stop there. Now, when he stops this, apparently we can't do nothing, like, because we do not summon this, but definitely not. We can do so much stuff here. So using the microcoder from hand, I first went into Card Sucker, effect of CYBERSE Gadget to summon a token, plus the effect of microcoder to get the a quick play spell, or actually silent mining. But this was very nice, not only for the search that is about to be negated, but because we chain blocked the CYBERSE Gadget effect. The level 2 is literally the only effect that we need, that we can't go on without. So we have to use that. We chain block that. Now we can go into CYBERSE Wicked, right? We're not done yet. Scripton special summon, as you can see, by banishing a monster, thus triggering what? Thus triggering the effect of CYBERSE Wicked to add a CYBERSE Synchron. And we still have the effect from the skill to add a boy. Synchron Quantum, guess what? This is 1, 5, and 5. Trishula is coming. You can banish 3. And then we do not have lethal though, guys, keep in mind, but instead he decided just to scoop. Look at this. As soon as I flipped this up, Trishula was coming, and I feel like he knew this was about to come. And even with 2 interruptions, we were able, with all of these tackles, with the microcoder, with the Scripton, to go into a Trishula summon. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. This should be the fourth. We have Battle Chronicle, another very solid deck of this meta. It's got Being a Machine Go, so it's basically Yugi playing Blue Eyes. Wait, what? Is there some mistake here? So we got the Battle Chronicle, of course. Getting a Successor Soul, not the best option, I guess, as you have no normal monster on the field. So I started with Link Slayer to get rid of the back cross Floodgate to begin with. Then I assumed that was the Successor Soul, right? But instead I think I was wrong because I got the CYBERSE gadget to summon that. Then Microcoder to summon Talker, and the effect of Microcoder is gonna get me a Silent Crosswipe. So I said, you know what, Crosswipe. Here now, I was sure that was Successor Soul, I'm not gonna lie, and I used Silent Crosswipe just to get the slot free. That was my purpose. Instead, it turned out it was another Floodgate, dude. So, CYBERSE Wicked now, effect of gadget to summon a token. At this point, we just have a lethal, because we can use the classic combo, Synchron Quantum, setting the CYBERSE Synchron, using the skill, basically going into the CYBERSE Integrator. At this point, we had the choice to go also into... we could have gone into the Vulcan the Divine, but was not needed here. So, of course, CYBERSE Quantum Dragon can just attack once, we draw a card, we attack once, we bounce, we can attack again, and thanks to the special summon of Backup Secretary, we have lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys, interrupting a 5-win streak. This dude was in Legend rank 5, and he's got Tachyon, of course. It's us to go first, and we're trying, we're about to set, I guess, the Trishula play. So we got Link Slayer, then CYBERSE Gadget to summon the CYBERSE Synchron. Of course, we're going to CYBERSE Wicked, Wicked to Gadget to summon the token under the Wicked. So we trigger the effect, we banish one, get another one, effect of the skill, set a CYBERSE Synchron, having stuff recycled back into the deck. Then first Synchro Summon into Sorrow-Cut, Silent Mining to get the Backup Secretary, the last missing piece, and then boom, we're ready. So now the point is, as you can see here, if your opponent goes with something, you could actually like having level 6 is something good because you can just use only this one, only the Backup Secretary. But of course, if you miss the Backup Secretary, you want to go into level 8. Right, so if you don't have the Backup Secretary, you want to have a level 8 in the extra deck. But if you do not have the level 5, you want to have a level 6. So again, the problem of the tight extra deck, it's still there. I hope we're gonna get another slot soon, guys. So it's got the classic Spiral Dragon, Nebula Dragon. It's got the Galactical Spiral Dragon to begin with, then Starlit Seafert. He's got the effect to summon to get the Galactical Spiral Dragon. As soon as he got 3 monsters on the field, guess what? Samsara Sorrow-Cut, ACCEL Synchro, Trishula Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Plus, keep in mind, I forgot to tell you about this, when you ACCEL Synchro under a CYBERSE Wicked, so in one of the zone he points to, you get a search. So you're basically setting up for the skill for the next turn. You have a follow-up play, and that is lovely. So we got Banish 3, look at that, getting the CYBERSE Synchro for next turn is not done yet. He's got the Swords Shield, he's got the skill to get the Tachyon Transmigration, Nebula Dragon, so he still has stuff to do here. Look at that, Swords Shield, Tachyon Dragon, of course, and then he's got the counter trap in end, so he's gonna use the effect to get these poppable. But guess what? We can just protect it. We can actually need him for a Link Summon. So we were unlucky because we drew another CYBERSE Synchron, but we can still use the skill. We can summon the CYBERSE Gadget to get the boy. It's got the Tachyon Transmigration, and that is fine. Why is that fine? Link Summon into Nightmare Unicorn using the effect, shuffling that attack and going for a critical attack. We do not have lethal, but turns out he's got just a set monster. There we have everything we want. CYBERSE Gadget, getting the CYBERSE Synchro, he's got the DD Crow, but guess what? He can have nothing that is more than 1400 attack. So we can just go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, another boy, but we have a rank up duel here to go from legend rank 1 to 2. Let's see what we have. It's us to go first, and we do have the combo, as you can see, full in all its majesty. So we went with that, but it's got the effect Veiler. So first problem there, that is not really a problem thanks to Scripton. So I started with going with Scripton actually to go into the Wicked. So now with the gadget we summon a token. With Scripton, he has another effect. When he's sent to the graveyard for a link summon of a CYBERSE type monster, you can get the monster and shuffle it back to the graveyard from the banished section. I mean, it was not even needed here, but just something that could be nice. So we got the Wicked's effect to get the CYBERSE Synchron. At this point, the skill to set it on the field, reshuffling a couple of stuff, and then some Samsara Sorrokat is here, plus backup Secretary. We're ready. He had the effect failure, but still cannot stop us. Mind control to begin with, and that is what I kinda misplayed because he targeted the Link Slayer, and to avoid this I used Trishula because I didn't want him to have a monster. But well, yeah, I went into the Trishula 0, as you can see there, so it's got nothing there, but with the effect, of course, I got a search, the CYBERSE Synchron. It's got Starly Seaford and nothing more, so it's got the effect Veiler, the mind control, but nothing more than that. So no level 8 monster. He attacked the CYBERSE Wicked that it cannot be destroyed by battle, and at this point we can just use the skill because we already had the CYBERSE Synchron. CYBERSE Gadget all the way. It's got effect Veiler again. Dude, stop it! But we're not done. Link summoning to Talker again, just to get the gadget's effect. He's got the Ice Dragon's Prison, dude, to banish both, but that's fine. We still get the token. That's everything we need, because now with the second part of the skill, we set the CYBERSE Synchron and we go all the way into Integrator plus CYBERSE Quantum Dragon, and this means, of course, lethal, because Quantum Dragon can just of course, this was another important thing. We had to summon Quantum Dragon here, so that Talker points to a monster and he gets the boost, and we have lethal. Dude, we attacked, of course, getting rid of that, and then going for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, when we're gonna have more slots into the actual deck, this is gonna be even more fun because we're gonna have so many options to play with. I also hope to have a level 8 that we can actually that has an effect on summon to interrupt. But guys, keep in mind, you could play Berserker in this, you could play Void Ogre Dragon, because Samsara the Sorrokat is actually dark, a dark tuna. Dude, if I love this, you can't even imagine. It's very, very nice. Let me know what you think. Very big brain deck, very nice to play, and you can still play the limited tree trap cards as well, because I'm just playing the Typhoon, but you can play whatever you want. This thing can go through multiple stuff. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.